That's the, Steve Paul's, right? When he walks up. You ready, Ethan?
I'm ready. Thank you, Mayor. Recleaning the
Is our,
table where I
Ready?
got all my candy marks, my hand mark. Were you really?
I think they're good.
you ready?
Did you show them what?
Okay.
Had to check with the videographer.
Do we need to dim?
It's all right, it's all right. Good evening, and welcome to the Hillsborough Township Committee meeting of August 22nd, 2023. Ms. Brake, please call the roll.
Committeeman Ciccarelli. Committeeman Rue.
Here.
Committeeman Thompson.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Britting.
Here.
Mayor Lapani.
Here.
Administrator Ferrera.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here. Thank you. Please join me in salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Okay, please be advised that in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, that notice of this meeting was made by posting on the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on August 22nd, 2023. May I have a motion to approve regular meeting minutes of July 18th, 2023, please?
So moved.
Second, Mayor. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Rue.
Abstain.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting.
Yes.
Mayor Lapani.
Yes. We'll now move on to reports from committee liaisons, and we're going to start with Committeeman Rue.
Thank you, Mayor. From the Building Department, it is important for homeowners and contractors to read all the documents given to you when a permit is issued. There is often additional information, notes, and/or an inspection checklist that details the required inspections. Call the Building Department for assistance. From the Engineering Department, the 2023 road paving program. The Engineering Department would like to inform the public that the 2023 road paving program was bid and awarded to Stylo Paving Company. The following roads will be repaved soon after Labor Day. Fairfield Lane from Valliner to Radnor, Radnor Court, Slater Court, Independence Drive, John Hancock Avenue, and Liberty Trail. The bid for these 6 roads came in at $852,000, which is under the estimated budget. The Engineering Department uses a computer-based road rating system developed by an outside consultant to document, review, and rank the overall condition of the approximately 260 miles of roads within the township. The system helps the township prioritize the roads that get repaired each year. From the Planning and Zoning Department. The Planning and Zoning Department, Engineering Department, and Building Department would like to inform property owners about fence construction. Standard 6-foot-high fences do not require a permit on residential properties. Fences proposed on commercial/business properties do require approval and permits from the Planning and Zoning Department. Any fence proposed over 6 feet high or to be used as a pool barrier requires a permit from the Building Department. For tips regarding fence construction, check out the next mayor's newsletter. Clothing bins. Recently, there have been questions from the community about the clothing donation bins in the Lowe's parking lot. These bins were painted last week and now have new messaging attached. As there were many rumors regarding these bins and who benefits from the donations, please note that the donations for these bins benefit the Hillsborough Youth Services Commission and Project Graduation. All donation bins in Hillsborough go through a thorough approval process with the zoning office before they are allowed to be set up in Hillsborough, and their applications are renewed every year. From Social Services. Social Services Back to School Pop-Up Shop. On August 14th, the Social Services Department held its Back to School Pop-Up Shop. The event was a success as the department was able to help many families and children in need. These donations included backpacks, folders, binders, writing utensils, and food. This event could not have taken place without the generous donations from residents and location organizations. Thank you for all those who donated supplies so that our pantry families can start off their school year on the right track. The ESL survey. The Social Services Department would like to gauge the Hillsborough community's need for English as a second language programming. If you think you would benefit from this offering, please take a few minutes to let us know. Please look for the link in tomorrow's please look for the link for the survey in tomorrow's e-news. I'd like to thank you for your donations. The Hillsborough Township Social Services Department would like to thank 2 businesses in town for their recent donations to the CAN, our Community Assistance Network food pantry. Hillsborough Farm and Country Market Incorporated and Home Wines and Marketplace provided enough fresh produce and bread to serve over 70 families. If you'd like to make a donation, there's a list of needed items on the Social Services Department page on the Township website. Currently, the pantry is most in need of coffee, straight pasta such as spaghetti, sauce or gravy, boxed potatoes, small laundry detergent bottles or sheets, and conditioner. If you suffer from food insecurity, do not hesitate to reach out to the Social Services Department for help. From the Recreation Department, the Women's Over 40 Kickball League was a huge success. Hillsborough participated in a not-in-the-face kickball league with an amazing turnout of 12 teams and 199 players. This summer, Singley Park was full of 80s music, fun, and laughs during the 6-week season. Hillsborough Recreation Program Coordinator Jessica Gonzalez was honored with the Andrew McCarthy Award for quietly getting things done in a powerful way. Jessica was influential in bringing the Kickball League to town, along with Hillsborough resident Stephanie Horner. The mayor, Committeeman Ciccarelli, and myself went to the Intertown Championships. They had it located in Bridgewater. It was Hillsborough against Bridgewater. We had two events, the championship flight and the toilet bowl flight. Unfortunately, we lost in the championship flight, but we were victorious in the toilet bowl flight, which it was good. You know, the mayor of Bridgewater started making a little social appearances, talking trash, so we came out in full force and we were able to represent, so it was a good experience. The Hillsborough League champions was Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and the Hillsborough and Somerset County Toilet Bowl champion was Footloose. A fun time was had by all, and everyone looks forward to more shenanigans next year. Our fall programs are open for registration. Register today for Parks and Recreation's 2023 fall activities. They offer programs for a variety of age groups and interests. Some available programs include a musical theater workshop, skateboarding lessons, STEM programs, golf and tennis lessons for all ages, and more. Please register for all fall activities at hillsborougnjrecreation.org. Kickball with the Cops and Movie Night. The Parks and Recreation Department is excited to team up with the Hillsborough Police Department to bring you Kickball with the Cops. Come on out to Singley Park on September 15th for some kickball fun and stay for our big screen movie, Super Mario Brothers, on the giant 40-foot screen. Kickball with the Cops is open to kids in grade K through 8, and games will take place from 5:30 to 7. The movie is open to all. Pre-registration is required for both the kickball games as well as the movie. Space is limited for kickball, so don't delay. Sign up today. The movie starts at 7:30 p.m., and the ice cream truck will be visiting as well. Bring your own lawn chairs or blankets and enjoy Super Mario Brothers Under the Stars. You need to help Hillsborough save Christmas. The Recreation Department needs your help to find a tree in time to save Christmas. They are currently holding a contest to help find a replacement tree. All individual homeowners who have a tree on their property that matches the requirements, preferably a 25 to 35 foot tall Norway or Oriental spruce, are invited to enter. Entries will be accepted until September 1st. Contact the Recreation Department or check the website to find out how to enter. Finally, Hillsborough Township Parks and Recreation Department partners with Iron Peak and Events and FC Copa Academy. The Hillsborough Parks and Recreation Department is excited to announce a partnership with Iron Peak Sports and Events and FC Copa Academy. The partnership will offer training for coaches, education for athletes and their families, and dedicated pathways for players looking to advance their soccer development while augmenting the offerings for recreational soccer athletes in Hillsborough. Through this new partnership, Hillsborough Parks and Recreation will now be able to take advantage of the resources provided by the new joint venture between Iron Peak and FC Copa Academy, a leader in youth soccer. Coaches who volunteer their time to coach the athletes participating in the recreation program will now be provided with a comprehensive curriculum and training session designed to make their involvement as seamless as possible. That concludes the reports, Mayor.
Thank you, Committeeman Rue. Next up is Committeeman Thompson. Committeeman Thompson's up next.
Thank you, Mayor. Was waiting for a proper introduction.
There you go.
On August 1st, it was a perfect night for Hillsborough Police Department to host their first National Night Out event. Not only did the weather come through, but so did the people of Hillsborough. Residents observed or participated in a variety of activities and demonstrations. They got to dunk the police officers, which my daughter was able to do, in the dunk tank, played kickball with the cops, and received information from the township employees and local businesses. The police department looks forward to another great event next year. I could tell you that for our first one, it was out of the park. Chief, your entire department did an amazing job, so thank you. I know my family appreciated it, and it was great to see the entire community coming together at that event. Also, Mayor Lapani and Committeeman Ciccarelli joined Hillsborough Police at the Ice House last month for an ice cream connection. Kids were able to meet their local officers and ask questions, see the inside of the police cars, and have a free scoop of ice cream. Also, as a reminder that school is almost back in session, and the Hillsborough Police Department would like to remind Hillsborough residents of the following school bus safety tips. Never pass a stopped school bus when lights are flashing. Be aware of increased pedestrian traffic in and around our schools and bus stops. And if it's on the opposite side of the median from a stopped school bus, reduce speed to 10 miles per hour. And remember to allow for extra travel time and anticipated increased volume around our schools. As a reminder, all residents here in town, Marshall Road is now a right turn only. As a result of the adoption of Ordinance 2023-06 on June 13th, 2023, residents should be advised that the intersection of Marshall and Amwell Roads is now right turn only. Left turns and traveling straight through the intersection are no longer permitted. Please obey the new traffic signs and adjust your routes accordingly. And from our from our courts, how do you appeal a court decision to our municipal court? It's easy. If you disagree with the judge's decision, you may appeal. However, the appeal must be filed within 20 calendar days of the conviction. A deposit of $250 must be sent to municipal court, which will be used to cover the cost of preparing the transcripts. Additionally, filing an appeal will require a $100 court filing fee. The court staff can provide you a copy with the appeal packet titled How to Appeal a Decision of a Municipal Court, and information on representing yourself is available at njcourts.gov. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Britting.
Thank you, sir. So first from the Tax Assessor's Office. So the first is for the Anchor Program. The Anchor Program was introduced recently and provides property tax relief to New Jersey residents who own or rent property in New Jersey as their principal residence and meet certain income limits. Now, according to the website in New Jersey Treasury Division of Taxation, the 2020 Anchor applications that were filed on behalf of the most qualified residents who received the 2019 Anchor benefit earlier this year. If you qualify, you will receive an Anchor benefit confirmation letter in August of 2023, notifying that you meet the requirements. If you don't receive a letter, you should receive a filing packet with those filing instructions. I think that's important. If the information in your confirmation letter remains the same as your prior filing, no action is required on your part. However, if any of that information from your prior filing has changed, you must file your application to update these changes before September 30th of this year. You do not need to receive a confirmation letter or filing packet, but meet the qualifications for the 2020 benefit. You still may apply for the program. Please visit the New Jersey Treasury Division of Taxation website for information about filing or any other details, or call 888-238-1233. A lot of information there. So the Anchor Program, ANCHOR, and searching that on Google, we get a lot of information there if you go right directly to that website. Now next from the Economic Business and Development Group. So Committeeman Thompson already mentioned National Night Out. We want to make sure that we mention how the Economic and Business Development Group is a part of that as well. The Economic Business and Development and Sustainability Office had a wonderful time at that event, as did all of us, my children included. I think, what the kids went, like 400 or 300 to nothing against the cops? I think you guys were very generous, but they were crushing them. It was great. They enjoyed the EBDC group, which is the economic group, enjoyed meeting many Hillsborough residents who stopped by their table, which if you weren't there, which I hope you all were, there were a number of tables that represent different groups. At this time, they would like to thank all the Hillsborough businesses that supported this successful event. A little fun fact for everybody, we have about 1,500 small businesses in Hillsborough and about 30 new businesses that are trying to get into Hillsborough, which is a really good thing for the township. So just know that we are a small business town, and it's continuing to grow. Narcan event, this is a very important item as well. On Monday, August 7th, Empower Somerset shared a PowerPoint presentation and training to our EBDC members and Hillsborough Township employees about Narcan and how we can help individuals experience an overdose. Empower Somerset's mission is to help individuals and families make positive lifestyle choices by promoting healthy, drug-free communities through education, collaboration, and connections to resources. If you know someone who needs support or wants to get involved, visit empowersomerset.com, empowersomerset, one word, .com for more information. So that could be a life-saving item. Bus service. So for those commuters, this is something that had been here, gone, it's coming back now, which is great. So thanks everyone here for working on it. Bus service now returns to Hillsborough. Hillsborough commuters will once again enjoy the benefit and convenience of riding the bus to New York City from the Hillsborough Promenade. Hillsborough residents have spoken, and we are pleased to once again bring commuter bus service to town to help ease their travel to work. Whether commuting to work or just spending a day in the city, express service is a very affordable and comfortable option for our local travelers. See tomorrow's e-news for the press release and for more details, and I know it'll always be online because the group is really good at getting that on Facebook and other areas as well too. From the administration and clerk's office, this is the last chance to submit photos for the township calendar. If you've experienced this before, we have wonderful, wonderful Hillsborough, beautiful scenery, and we have a yearly calendar, and we're asking for photos. Hillsborough is getting ready to select photo entries for the 2025 planner and calendar, and the clerk's office would like to put out one last announcement to send in your photos. I think we're also collecting for 2024 as well, too. Past calendars have included pictures of Hillsborough's stunning scenery, including farms, mountain views, parks, rivers, creeks, and wildlife. Residents are asked not to submit pictures of people and pets, that's an important one, and be mindful of objects that can block scenery such as roofs, decks, cars, windows, and fences. Representation from all seasons is needed, so all 4 seasons. We luckily live in an area that has all 4 beautiful seasons. Individuals interested in submitting photographs for consideration for the 2024 calendar can email their high-resolution image along with a photo release form to Debbing at debng@hillsborough-nj.org. Each photo should be saved with the picture's location and the photographer's first and last name so they can receive the proper credit. The photo release form can be found on the township website at hillsborough-nj.org. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I've just got a few things, and then we'll get back into the heart of the meeting. So the first thing I'd like to talk about, if you were around town at all last week, the traffic would have told you, the Hillsborough Rotary Fair remains one of Hillsborough's favorite summer traditions and draws. The entire township committee was on hand to open the fair, and Committeeman Rue, Committeeman Thompson, and I also did a part as a charity by braving the dunk tank. It was a little cool that day that we were in. It was on Friday. Mr. Thompson was shivering a little bit, and it was actually nice to get dunked because the water temperature was about 85. But it was fun. They obviously had a great time of getting a shot at Doug and myself. Deputy Mayor Britting and I also had the pleasure of helping cut one of the parts that is the most favorite, but most people don't get to experience, is the Saturday's Family Fun Day event that we host for the special needs community. And if you don't know what that is, essentially the fair vendors and Rotary open up the fair to families with special needs for free. They're able to come in with their family and even their siblings who aren't special needs, that as a family can just be just them. Mr. Ferrer has been involved for years as a member of OR, and it's about 1,000, usually 800 to 1,000 people come to this and have a great couple hours as a family that don't have to worry about being subjected to a crowd of a normal fair. As a member of Rotary, I'd just like to thank the Hillsborough Township community for again supporting the fair. It was record number again. The fireworks night was probably the most crowded I've ever seen in the area, but everyone was pretty well behaved. I'd like to thank Petrock's Bar and Grill and Petros Liquor for sponsoring the fireworks. And just a heartfelt thank you to all the police who were there to help support us and keep the fair safe as usual, and the residents for just being relatively on their best behavior in a very crowded situation. But thank you. Moving on to the fall, we have a new tradition that we started, and actually one of the coolest things that we have, it's the Scarecrow Competition. It'll be our 3rd annual Scarecrow Festival. Registration for this fun interactive event opens Friday, August 25th. The registration link will go live on the township website and social media on Friday. Beginning October 1st, Scarecrows will be maintaining vigilance on the grounds of Hillsborough Municipal Complex, right in the front, over by the Rain Garden. Residents will be able to vote on their favorite scarecrows throughout the month of October through a QR code located throughout the display area via a form located on the township website. So, as it says here, shake a tail feather, because the deadline to register for the 2023 Scarecrow Festival is Wednesday, September 15th. And I gotta say, you gotta bring your A game, because some of these scarecrows are pretty good. And I know that even some of our departments put out scarecrows because it becomes a nice little competition amongst the groups within the building, and they take it pretty serious. Hi, Erica. All right, Hillsborough Township has again been recognized as we all know, as one of the best places to live and raise a family since it was first honored in 2007. This trend continued again in 2023 as Hillsborough continued to achieve high ranks in schools, outdoor activities, and diversities per niche.com. High marks included an A+ for public schools, an A+ as good for families, and A- in diversity. Hillsborough also achieved A's in outdoor activities and health and fitness, and B's in housing and crime and safety. It's no secret for those of us who live here that Hillsborough remains one of the best places to live in New Jersey and the United States, and we will continue as the people up here to protect our wonderful community and everything that we do here. And as we all know, we were disappointed that we had to cancel our Family Fun Day for the fireworks, though it didn't rain. We felt really pretty sad that the weatherman once again got it wrong, but that never happens. But have no fear. It is our pleasure to bring the music and the fireworks to Hillsborough at from our annual event that was canceled to the Fall Music and Fireworks Extravaganza, which will take place on the evening of Friday, October 6th, at the same place, Auten Road School. The festival will begin at 6 p.m. with live music from the band that was supposed to play there called Gypsy, which is a Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks cover band, which will be followed by fireworks at 8:30 p.m. Pack up a picnic dinner or grab takeout from one of our wonderful restaurants and come out as a family, have a picnic, enjoy the night. So there will be no food served there, so it's up to you to bring your little picnic and enjoy a night out on a fall evening. Speaking of restaurants, we are now approaching the 6th annual Restaurant Week, which will take place, and I'll be saying this a lot in some videos I'll be doing shortly, September 26th. This annual tradition has been growing in popularity over the years and is now Hillsborough Township's most talked about event. Beginning on Tuesday, September 26th, running through October 1st, participating Hillsborough restaurants will once again have an opportunity to promote their culinary masterpieces to be enjoyed by foodies from Hillsborough and beyond. Look for the press release and registration information in tomorrow's e-news. We look forward to seeing you around town and experience all of the great eats in Hillsborough during Restaurant Week. Just remember these restaurants, and we'll continue, went through a pretty tough time through COVID. We were able to keep them open, and I thank you for helping them, but they still are not back 100%, so it would be great if you could support them during Restaurant Week and try some of the new places that have just opened. There's a couple new that Bob and we've been to that, not to pick anybody else out, but there's some new places that have some pretty good food. On August 7th, traditionally, Hillsborough commemorates Purple Heart Day with a special ceremony for the Township's Purple Heart recipients. Joining me was Committeeman Rue, and I were Senator Andrew Zwicker, Assemblyman Roy Fryman, Somerset County Surrogate Judge Tina Jola, and Commissioner Paul Drake. We honored Purple Heart recipient Ted Dima, who was instrumental in getting us designated as a Purple Heart recipient. He gave us a speech, and then we had each one of those gentlemen give the story of how they were wounded in action. And I tell you what, if you think you had a bad day and they go through what they had, and one guy almost got wounded, was being medevaced out and almost fell out of the helicopter. Being medevaced out, he had to grab on with a hand or he would have been out of the helicopter. So it's pretty sobering, and the fact that when they talk about it, it's like they go back there. They live it every day. So if you see a guy that has a Purple Heart, obviously we thank them for their service, but that one is a little more special. and thank all those who showed up and were there to pay tribute to them. But as always, everything you saw today and here, you stay connected with all events and more via the Wednesday e-newsletter. Be sure to follow and like the Hillsborough Township Facebook page, Twitter, and now Instagram, TV29, the Hillsborough YouTube channel, and of course, Hillsborough Alerts for traffic and emergency notifications. So that's all we have for announcements. We're going to move into 2 proclamations and then a couple of presentations, and then we will allow those who wish to leave before we continue on the meeting. So I will take a moment and go down to the front.
They should be. Although anything could happen. I'm not going to guarantee anything.
Testing. All right. So our first proclamation, can we have Ali come up, please? So, Ali Hestag, a junior at, I can't say that.
Misericordia.
Misericordia, it's like even doesn't look like that, University and Hillsborough Township resident, has the honor of being crowned Miss Norway of Greater New York in 2023. Congratulations. Ali represents the Norwegian American community of Greater New York and attended several events throughout the year, including the 17th of May parade in Brooklyn. Ali was an active volunteer in the Hillsborough YMCA and Operation Shoebox. During her college years, she has volunteered on service trips to Cincinnati and Jamaica. Therefore, let it be proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, hereby congratulate Ali Hestag for being crowned Miss Norway of Greater New York for 2023 and wish her all the best in her future. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you for recognizing this. Growing up in Hillsborough was really fun for me, and I was really involved with a bunch of things as a kid, and even going into high school. So moving away for college and then being able to come back with this is really special, so thank you so much.
You guys want to come up for a photo? Donna? Donna York, a longtime Hillsborough resident, established the Joshua Valentine Memorial ALS Adventure Grant that is annually awarded to an ALS family. Donna created the nonprofit organization Hark ALS with its purpose of providing a network of compassionate resources to help ALS families, including purchasing and donating accessible handicap vans, procuring needed equipment not covered by insurance, providing financial assistance, and assisting installing home modifications. Since 2011, Hark ALS has helped 300 to 400 families. That's pretty good. Congratulations. And has raised close to $3 million. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, hereby recognize and honor Donna York for her selfless contributions to the ALS community and thank her for all her support given to the Hillsborough residents and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor. I always appreciate when a light is shined on ALS. Most people don't really understand the disease or what it does to families and how devastating it is, so I appreciate you bringing awareness to it. Thank you very much. Thank you to the committee as well.
We have 2 presentations. Police.
We have our police
There's
department
a little blurb in there for you.
come up first.
I texted him.
I'll let you guys do the heavy lifting. Oh, bring Sean up.
Bring him up. No, bring him up. Bring the baby up. Get him up here. Come on.
He's a happy camper. His name is Sean. He's a great guy. At this time, I would ask Harry Delgado of the NJSA COP, accredited program director, and Hillsborough Township Police Chief Mike McMahon would come up, and we're going to present the certification of accreditation to HTPD.
Thank you much. So before I make the presentation, I'd like to just say a few words to explain the significance of the achievement, but to add some context to what I'm about to recognize your police department for, which, by the way, is part of making Hillsborough Township one of the best places to live in America. I must tell you that 54% of law enforcement agencies in New Jersey are accredited today. So it's a process. Those that maintain their accreditation for a second cycle dropped to 32%. Third time, 19%. Fourth time, 8%. In the case of the Hillsborough Township Police Department, they've gone through a cycle of accreditation 5 times, which means that they now belong to a very exclusive group of law enforcement agencies that composes less than 4% of all the law enforcement agencies in New Jersey. So that's So in short, the Hillsborough Township Police Department has once again maintained a commitment to adhere to best practices at the state and national level in a highly regarded statewide law enforcement accreditation program. These programs are administered through the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and New Jersey Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission are held to transparently demonstrate the professionalism and preparedness of state law enforcement agencies. This program is purposely designed to enhance professionalism and transparency in the state's public safety system. So in these uniquely challenging times in the threat to the health and safety, encouraging law enforcement agencies to follow standardized practices and policies is potentially life-saving or cost-effective investment of time and resources. Accreditation gives an agency a preparedness plan, recognition of excellence, accreditation status represents a significant professional achievement. In the case of the Hillsborough Township Police Department, it is part of their culture that they really lived for over 10 years. I'm going to skip some of these benefits just to say, take something out of the report that is generated after the process this last 3 years. Now, another thing that is remarkable, and I just had a meeting today with subject expert matters in the accreditation environment, and that is the fact that typically or often an agency might seek the assistance of a third party to help them in the process because it's rigorous. It takes 3 years to get reaccredited. In the case of the Hillsborough Township Police Department, they've done it on their own since the very beginning. There's a handful of agencies within New Jersey that have taken on the task and maintain it for such a long period of time. So out of the report, I just want to paraphrase. Under the leadership of Chief Mike McMahon, the Hillsborough Township Police Department demonstrates a high level of competence, leadership, and professionalism. The Hillsborough Township Police Department unconditionally strives to provide an active service with the highest level of performance. Members of the organization pride themselves on protecting the public from crime and hazard, assisting people in need, and providing innovative solutions to communities concerned. This service solidifies the existing partnership between the police and the community, as well as with the many community police and outreach programs, many of which we heard here tonight. So, in closing, it is in the opinion of the assessment team that the Hillsborough Township Police Department is a highly professional and committed agency which exemplifies all the tenets of law enforcement accreditation at the state and national level. So it is indeed my pleasure and my honor here tonight, on behalf of the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Commission, to congratulate Chief Mike McMahon, the accreditation managers, Lieutenant Scott McCarthy, Officer Carly Dwyer, Lieutenant Jeremy Colwell, and Christine Suzensky, all of which compose the team organization here. So I also like to congratulate the members of the Hillsborough Township Police Department, the mayor, the joining a very exclusive group of law enforcement agencies that have achieved that important commitment towards civil security for a fifth time. So congratulations to all of you.
I just want to thank the State Chiefs of Police Association, Mr. Delgado, for recognizing the Hillsborough Police Department with this great achievement, receiving reaccreditation for our fifth time, my second time as being Chief of Police. Very proud of our police department. They really strive to provide excellent service for our residents. This recognizes us as being noticed and recognized on a very high level for following the best practices in law enforcement, and we're going to continue to do that. So thank you to this team of officers that helped prepare us for the assessment, and thank you to the mayor and committee for their continuous support to make this possible. Thank you.
Yeah. This has been. No, it's Nancy. It's actually Nancy. She was gonna come.
Okay. We got one other presentation to do.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to go back out.
Yeah, come on, till they come back. Just put them. They're gonna, all right. Shh. Don't blow the presentation. All right, so we have if you've been here enough times, you've noticed all the lovely pictures and portraits that have been painted on the wall. The last one we had was Chief Douches that was painted. We'll take the stand. And also all the wonderful portraits that are now in the hallway. And what makes them distinct is that they were all done by art students in this town at Academy called the Art Academy. At this time, I'd like to call up the founder of that studio, Kevin Murphy. Kevin and his talented students have been donating their time and talent to bring Hillsborough Township the amazing portraits of the Township Committee members as I displayed, and also other portraits around the lobby of the mayor's office. Tonight, we are pleased to announce the latest pieces and are fortunate enough to actually have the artists here for the unveiling. So Kevin, could you please come up with your artists? Celine Hahn is not here tonight, but Vicky Akota and Haley Murphy. So why don't we introduce ourselves first, our artists, tell us your name and your age or what.
Hi. Oh my God. Sorry. Hi, my name is Vicky Akota. I am 15 years old, and I'm going into 10th grade at Hillsborough High School.
I'm Hallie Murphy, and I'm going to senior year, and I'm 17.
Okay, well, actually, we opened the Art Academy about 14 years ago when I first moved to the town. And actually, Pete Biondi convinced me to open the school. The economy wasn't great back then, and a lot of local business owners were telling me that it wasn't a good time to start a new business, something so different from what was here. But Pete Biondi convinced me that it would be a good idea. Once we got the business opened, the town was incredibly supportive of what we were doing. And so I immediately started looking for a way to give back to the town. So we were training these young students in how to produce art. My vision was to create a public art collection, something that everybody in the town could enjoy. And actually, these paintings on the walls are part of that. And part of that initiative, which actually I worked out with Anthony Ferrer at the time he was mayor, was to paint all the elected officials as they were elected, so that we would have a historic document of our township committees. And so we've been doing it now I don't know, when were you mayor? How many years ago? It's been about 12 or 13 years that we've been doing.
Back when dinosaurs.
Yeah, and so these three are the newest in the collection. Basically, what we do is, we're working basically with the high school students that come to the school, and those who are showing themselves to be exceptional in what they're doing at the school, their commitment to the work, are invited to be part of this. And every year, we try to bring new students in for this purpose.
Okay, so do you know what your pictures are yours?
No, actually, that's Celine's.
All right, so I'll unveil Celine's first, since she's not here. This happens to be.
Yeah.
Don't want to knock over the picture. Mr. Rue? Rue? That's Hallie's. Hallie, stand by your picture. And I guess the last one is Vickia.
Yeah, that's good. Go behind.
So let's see.
They took my gray hair out, which is.
Unfortunately, it looks just like them.
Yeah.
That is the negative.
So we're doing some painting in the office, so once the painting's done, all these will be up on the wall behind in the entrance of the main office. So again, thank you to Haley and Vickia and to Kevin for the hard work that you put in. So I asked, how many hours did it take to paint his mug? How many hours did you put into that picture, Haley? 15 hours? Man, you're good. That was pretty fast. Vicki, how about you? 15 hours. 15 hours, I'd probably have a line and a bunch of erases, but thank you so much. You want to take a picture? You want to take a picture with everybody in their portrait? Go behind the picture. You want to spread them out a little bit? Here, would you like to stand up next to the picture with your daughter and have a picture taken? I always want to give parents an opportunity to have a picture time, since Kevin. Okay, so that ends our what we'll call the public fun part of the meeting. But so those who'd like to leave, more than welcome to leave. We'll reconvene in about 4 minutes. Okay, we're back in session. Again, thank you to Kevin's students, Hallie and Vikia, for the great job on the portraits, and congratulations to Ali Hashtai and Donna York.
Excuse me, Mayor, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I should have announced, I know Committeeman Ciccarelli's not here this evening, but he is dialed in. I know it was important to him to see the photo, and he appreciated that, so I just want to let people know online that he is watching via Zoom, even though he couldn't be here. I know he's out of state on business.
Everybody wave to John.
Thank you.
All right, we move on to consent agendas 1 through 30. May I have a motion to approve the consent agendas 1 through 30?
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
Any comments from the dais? Seeing none, any comments from the floor? You want to sashay over there, public?
She's the one that has to make comments, and then take it separately. We don't take it separately.
Do you need to say anything?
Yeah, I would like to.
Oh, wait, hold on one second. You didn't speak fast enough.
Susan beat me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Mr. Farrar, would you like to make a comment?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Susan, for yielding the mic to me. I appreciate that. I would just like to welcome Christina Chin to a new position in the clerk's office, and I want to thank Alicia Noon for being here as well, our CFO. So I want to thank them both, and looking forward to Christina starting in 2 days in the open position. So she's here this evening. So I wanted to thank them both for Alicia's leadership and for Christina taking on the new role. So we're excited for her to start with her experience and great customer service, and also local here to Hillsborough. So thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. Now we'll go to public.
Welcome.
Thank you. Can I please announce Susan Gulliford? Susan.
Now to the mic.
Do I need to spell it?
Yeah, whatever.
Susan Gulliford, Hunt Club Road. I have a couple questions on the consents.
Sure.
Guess I'm the only one asking tonight. Okay, number 12, I just want to confirm that the disposal of asbestos material, that's the old municipal building?
Yes.
Okay, because when I looked on the map, it showed me the gigantic DPW shed. Number 15.
Not for that amount.
Yeah, right. Number 15, the agreement for Somerville Business Park, the Brown Avenue extension. Will that eliminate the tractor trailers pulling out of, is that called mid-state now, and making the left on the highway and bring them out at a signal?
It eliminates, yeah, that exit of the old depot,
Yeah.
now the trucks will be coming from the backside of that Veterans Depot out through a road, which will become Brown Avenue, and then they will make lefts onto 206 or rights at that light.
Okay, well, do you know offhand if they'll be closing that current exit or making it an entry only, or not sure yet?
Actually, that would be up to 206 because it's a state road.
Because of it being state, okay.
I don't think so, though, to answer your question.
Number 22, special item of revenue and appropriation. On the sidewalk replacements on Fleming Drive, $160,000. Will the sidewalks be on both sides, and are trees being removed for this? I know there was a
So-
controversy on it.
It has been a 3 or 4 year, maybe longer, discussion between the HOA amongst themselves about the trees. So in essence, the trees are not going away. We are going to take up the sidewalk on one side of the street and repair the sidewalk on the other. That is the long-term plan. That's what the HOA asked for and had to vote amongst themselves to approve.
Okay, I know that came and went for quite a long time. And 16, just verifying this is a
Going
farmland.
backwards?
Yeah, well, I missed one. Threw you off. That's a farmland agricultural preservation, correct?
Yes.
I know it's a big, long, that's it.
That is being ongoing with the state and this farm to make it basically farmland preserved. And we had to, our attorney could probably extend longer, but we had to do some provisions through the planning board and whatever before they would allow us to get the, move forward as farmland preserved. And
Okay.
this is the last step.
Okay, thank you. Anything? He's good, thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no other public here, we will now move, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please. May I have a motion to approve it and adopt? I guess we've had that? We need that.
No, just to,
Just roll call.
yeah, just roll.
Roll call.
Committeeman Rue?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting?
Yes.
Mayor LaPani?
Yes. Public hearing, 2023-12, ordinance appropriating certain monies held by the Township of Hillsborough County, Somerset, State of New Jersey for the purchase of various capital improvements in the amount of $480,000 in the Township of Hillsborough. May I have a motion to open the public hearing for ordinance 2023-12?
So moved.
Second?
Second, Mayor.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Any discussion from the dais? Which I will imagine none. And public? Oh, seeing none. When I have a motion to close public hearing, adopt ordinance 2023-12.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeeman Rue?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting?
Yes.
Mayor LaPani?
Okay. Introduction of new ordinances. Ordinance amending Chapter 92 of Police Department, Article 2, Establishment and Organization, Section 92-7, Membership, the Code of Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, to increase the not-to-exceed amount of the police department membership. Further consideration and public hearing to be held on September 26, 2023. May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 2023-13?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeeman Rue?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting?
Yes.
Mayor LaPani?
Yes. May I have a motion to approve claims list 2023-13?
So moved.
Second?
Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Comments from the dais? Seeing none. Any from the floor? Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Rue?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting?
Yes.
Mayor LaPani?
Yes. Claims list 2023-14. May I have a motion to approve claims list 2023-14?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Rue?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Abstain.
Deputy Mayor Britting?
Yes.
Mayor LaPani?
Yes. Now we move on to, there's no new business, so public comment for matters not on the agenda. Ms. Brake, please read the statement regarding public comment.
The Township Committee welcomes input from the public. Please state your name and address, and please spell your name for the record. You will be given one 3-minute allotment for your comments. Please understand that this public forum is not structured as a question and answer session. Comments are to be addressed to the mayor. Again, please keep your comments to 3 minutes. Thank you.
So is there anyone that has any comments? So does anybody have any comments not on the agenda? Nothing but crickets. Okay, so at this I will have entertain a motion of adjournment.
So moved, Mayor.
I had a feeling you'd be on that.
Second.
Second? Mr.
Second.
Rue, a second. We will take a roll call, please.
Committeeman Rue?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Britting?
Yes.
Mayor LaPani?
Yes, we are adjourned. It's 8:29. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you in October.
September.
September what? September 1st. I will be here.
No, let's do September.
See who's paying attention.